Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! 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 Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and we're wrapping up this week of Sandra Bullock films, our last full week, if you will, with the romantic comedy The Lake House, starring Sandra Bullock, Keanu Reeves, Christopher Plummer, Eben Moss-Bacharach, and Dylan Walsh. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And as I said in the introduction, it's Friday, the end of the last full week of Sandra Bullock movies we're going to be doing. Keeping in mind we only do movies Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But the last full week of Sandra Bullock movies we'll be presenting is next week. We only have Monday and Wednesday before we kick over to the new month. And today we're going to discuss the second time that Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves got paired together following the success of Speed, which we did not cover because it's a movie with one sequel. We're going to be discussing the romantic comedy The Lake House. And our movie opens in 2006 as Dr. Kate Forster is leaving a lake house that she has been renting near Chicago, Illinois. She leaves a note in the mailbox asking for the next tenant to forward her mail, adding that the paint-embedded paw prints on the path leading to the house were there when she arrived. We then go back 2 years earlier, in 2004, as architect Alex Weiler arrives at the lake house and finds Kate's letter in the mailbox. The house has been neglected, with no sign of paw prints anywhere. During the subsequent restoration of the house, a dog runs through Alex's paint and leaves fresh paw prints right where Kate said they would be. Baffled, Alex writes back, placing the letter in the mailbox, asking how Kate knew about the paw prints, since the house was unoccupied until he arrived. The dog, named Jack, then becomes owned by both Kate and Alex within their places in time. On Valentine's Day 2006, Kate witnesses a traffic accident near Daley Plaza and tries to save the male victim unsuccessfully. Impulsively, she drives back to the lake house, finds Alex's letter, and writes back. Alex and Kate continue to pass messages to each other via the mailbox as each watches its flag go up and down as the message leaves and the reply arrives as they wait. They then discover that they are living exactly 2 years apart. Their correspondence takes them through several events, including Alex finding a book, Jane Austen's Persuasion, at a railway station, exactly where Kate said she would have lost it, as well as Alex taking Kate on a walking tour of his favorite places in Chicago via an annotated map that he leaves in the mailbox. Alex eventually meets Kate at her then boyfriend's party. However, he doesn't mention their exchange of letters because it hasn't happened to Kate yet. As Alex and Kate continue to write each other, they decide to meet once again. Alex makes a reservation at the Il Mare restaurant, exactly 2 years into Alex's future. However, it's only 1 day away for Kate. Kate goes to the restaurant, but Alex fails to show. Heartbroken, Kate asks Alex not to write her again, recounting the accident earlier that day. Both Alex and Kate leave the lake house and continue on with their separate lives. On Valentine's Day 2006 for Alex, which is Valentine's Day 2008 for Kate, Alex returns to the lake house after something about the day triggers a memory. Meanwhile, Kate goes to an architect in order to have him review the renovation plans for a house that she wants to buy. As she's about to leave, a drawing of the lake house on the conference room wall catches her eye. The architect, one Henry Weiler, informs Kate that the artist was her brother, Alex. Kate then has an epiphany that this is the same Alex with whom she had been corresponding. When she asks Henry if he has a phone number or an address that she can use to get in touch with Alex, Henry regretfully tells her that Alex was killed in a traffic accident exactly 2 years ago. Kate now realizes why he never showed up for their date. He was the man who died in her arms at Daley Plaza. Rushing to the lake house, Kate frantically writes a letter telling Alex that she loves him and begs him not to go and try to find her if he loves her too. Instead, wait 2 years and come to the lake house. Meanwhile, back in 2006, Alex has gone to Daley Plaza in order to look for Kate. He stands across the street from the plaza, and just before he is about to cross, he reaches into his pocket and looks at a note from Kate. Back at the lake house, Kate drops to her knees, sobbing, fearing that she has arrived way too late to stop Alex. However, not too long afterwards, a truck pulls up. She walks forward, smiling, as the driver approaches. Alex and Kate embrace, kiss, and walk toward the lake house as our movie comes to its end. In my personal opinion, this is a much better romantic comedy, chick flick, Sandra Bullock film as opposed to 2 weeks notice. This story just captivates you right from the get as you wonder how two people living 2 years apart can communicate with each other through time and have this relationship and form this bond. It's mind boggling. But you watch the two of them and they go through all this time falling in love without really meeting each other. You know, you figure Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves only have a handful of scenes together in the entire movie. When they meet at the party and she doesn't know who he is because she hasn't received her letters yet. When he dies in her arms at Daley Plaza. When they meet again at the very end of the movie. 3 scenes off the top of my head that I can think of that they share together. The entire rest of the movie, they are separated. And yet you are so captivated, so reeled into the story and their relationship and the way they build everything that you're on the edge of your seat waiting for the big reveal. And at first watch, you see the man die in Daley Plaza and you see her hold him, and you don't put two and two together at first because it happened so early in the movie. But as the story develops and then he doesn't show up for their date, you start to realize, oh crap, he didn't show up for the date because he's the guy that died. And how do you change history? How do you rewrite the story so that they can have their happy ending? So good. And despite the fact that they only had 3 scenes together that I can think of, the chemistry is still there, still firing on all cylinders like it was in Speed. It This is such a good movie. This is probably my favorite rom-com of Sandra's. Like just straight up chick flick. I enjoy Miss Congeniality. I enjoy some of her other stuff, but this is probably my favorite of hers when it comes to that genre of film because the storytelling is just so good in it. I'm curious to know what all of you guys think of The Lake House. When it comes to my rating of The Lake House, I give this film honestly 5 out of 5 stars. It is so good. It has got such a rewatchability factor for me. I enjoy the ever living hell out of it. And if you've never seen it before, I highly recommend that you find a way to watch it and check it out. It is definitely worth your time. A great movie to sit back and unwind to as Black Friday comes to its end and everybody gets ready for Cyber Monday, once the weekend is done. It's a good story. Kick your feet up, throw a blanket over you, get a cup of hot cocoa, and just relax and watch this film. Highly recommended. What do you guys think of The Lake House? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. But let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And we're going to be taking a look at the new to Netflix release, Slumberland, starring Jason Momoa, Marlo Barkley, Ali Ashgar Shah, Kyle Chandler, India D. Beaufort, and Chris O'Dowd. And immediately following that, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, and across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media, it'll be time for our coverage of WWE's final PLE of the year, Survivor Series. Providing full commentary, live reactions, predictions, myself, the Renegade JJ Williams, Noah Foster on the call, Jeff Meacham may be there, James Hebert may be there, Statboy Mike may be there, you never know. And then immediately following Survivor Series, another brand new edition of Open Mic Night, where once again myself, Noah Foster, James Hebert will be there for sure, possibly Jeff Meacham, possibly Statboy Mike, possibly Josh Mansfield, Mikey T more than likely. You never know who's going to come in to Open Mic Night and step up to the microphone to discuss the week in professional wrestling. You're not going to want to miss out on any of that content right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, across the Jeff Meacham Network multiverse of media. We've got so much in store for you over the course of the rest of the year. We've got 2 more Sandra Bullock movies coming, and then we kick into 31 days of Christmas and just that warm fuzzy in your heart, the joy and laughter that the holiday season brings. You're not going to want to miss out on any of that. So make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live, as is the case with Statboy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE coverage, etc. Share this video with your family, friends, loved ones, co-workers, movie fanatics, cinephiles, fans of Sandra Bullock, fans of Keanu Reeves, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this video, please share it with them. It's the only way we're going to boost up my visibility in YouTube's algorithms so I can eventually get monetized, make some money on this endeavor. Thank you once again to everyone who joined me and tuned in today. It means more to me than you'll ever know, and I will see you guys next time.